YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Double S Cuts, back with another video. Got my boy here, man. It's crazy because he had dreads and then he cut them, and then like 4 weeks he had waves. It was crazy. So you know what we gotta do, man. We gotta comb that thing out, lift the hair from the scalp, you know what I'm saying? Going with that two clothes, man. Two clothes. That's what he requested. He wanted the two clothes. That's the part right here where you're really getting the waves, the pop, you know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to do this, be thorough. Like this shouldn't be a part that you cut corners with ever, really, but there are corners that you can cut. Cannot cut any corners with this part right here. Y'all know my motto, man. Follow the wave. The wave is gonna take you where you need to go. Them shit's popping too. Like I'm serious. Like this man had waves in no time. I just cut his dreads. Like he had waves in no time, man. It's crazy. So right here I'm taking the 1.5 and I'm just coming down on that tape line, like, you know, it's just cutting it down a little bit shorter than the rest of the hair. So, and it also gets some of the hairs that's like sticking up. So this right here is a low taper. So I'm starting it low. And it's really about how you fade it, to be honest. Usually when I do the ball line, I go ahead and go on the face, especially if he wants it cut off like this. And he wants just a little beard and mustache. I go ahead and just clean all that up. Here we go again with the ball line again. And the clean up. Now I'm going ahead and lining them up as well. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. So it's not really a preference or a step or like you must do this. Once you cut hair all day, you just do different stuff just because. Like I got in this profession because I wanted to see something different, do something different every day, not really have a typical like job where, you know, you go in and can expect the same thing every day. It's nothing against those jobs, it's just I just didn't want to do that. So like becoming a barber, I really got to express that. Like if I don't want to do something different in the haircut, I want to do something different. If I want to use a different clipper, I use a different clipper. Like I've been using the Masters all day. I'm gonna just turn around and use the Babblers, or I'll turn around and use Wall, like, and vice versa. So Don't have your clipping zero guy, man. This shit gonna cut people's neck up, man. Don't have your man leaving with a scar, burning neck, man. He be scratching at that neck all day. For 2 days. And this man, he work out, you know, he's a trainer and all that shit, so he's not gonna want to have that neck like that. So right now I'm going in with no guard open, starting that first guideline, and then we're gonna close it and knock out that bottom line, the ball line. I'm using the corner, like you see I'm pointing right there. I'm only using that while I'm cutting, so like I'm not putting the whole blade on there. Doing the same thing, doing about halfway, and I go all the way up, like so. And right now I'm going in with the 2 open. I'm debulking because I don't want to go any higher. Like he wants a low fade. So for me to get that transition from that 1 or that 2 close, I need to do a 2 open, but I need to debulk it. Right now I'm using the 2 close and just debulking it some more. So basically a fade down technique because I don't want to go any higher than where that first guideline is faded out at. I'm not going any higher than that, so I'm bringing the fade down to there. Right now I got the 1 open, and I'm still attacking that line. I'm debulking it. I'm not putting the guideline in. I'm not using another guideline or anything like that. I'm just debulking. I'm fading down. Now I got it closed. Close still going in. All right, open, no guard, using the corner. A little lever play. And then just tap the line again. Tell I didn't go any higher than where I was. Like I stayed in that area. This is a waiver, man. He doesn't want me to fade all the way into his waves. So I'm gonna speed up this process right here. Same steps, same corners. I mean, same method. We're using the corners. You know, same debulking method. And just fading down. Close, and I'm debulking. You gotta use your imagination. You gotta use your eye. You just gotta use your feel, your touch. Like, okay, you can't go any higher than where you were. So you see, as I'm doing it, I'm working down. Like I'm not up near the temple, the top of the temple anymore. I'm at the bottom of the temple now. You know, or the temporal bone. Tapping the line again. Even though we tapped them, like we wasn't done. That's not gonna be the only time you tap them. You gotta come back once that thing cut, and then you see, hit them with that line. So now we on the back. You know what I'm saying? Open. Now his back is fairly easy. You know, all of his hair go one way, or kind of like flare out. Let me just say that. They come down, but they flare out on the end. So you just gotta, you know, move your clipper to go against the grain with that. Like that's it. But it's fairly simple, man. He has a nice taper on the neck, which is hard to come by. So I always appreciate those that have a good neck taper that come in the shop. Like, man, thank you. Glad you didn't have a calic on the back here, or like, I see some crazy stuff, man. Like, it's crazy stuff with this, the direction of hair. Like the direction of hair is going a totally different way. Like this is your neck taper. Why is your hair going towards your crown? You know what I'm saying? Why is your hair going towards your ear? Like why is, so I always appreciate the clean ones that come in. Like I appreciate y'all. Make my day go better. All right, man. Hit him with the enhancements. You already know what's up. You know, he don't need it. It's like he got a good tape line and all that stuff, but why wouldn't we put the enhancements on him, man? You crazy? I love enhancements. I really do. And he don't need the barber pencil either. This is like a little barber pencil. It's kind of like skin tone. Like it's not white or black. It's nude, like brown, I guess you can say. I don't like the white ones. I used them before. I know I talked messed about them before, but like, cause you know you can get the ash mark with washed hair. Like that's where it comes from, washed hair. But I did use it, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it was popular. It's not mandatory I use it now, but I just thought I'd pop it out because, you know, I wanted his tape line just to pop some more for this video, like, and it really do with this pencil. But I'm still an advocate of clean, washed hair. It makes the haircut better. I don't care. I don't care who you are, what you say. Haircut's better washed and clean. And then you can still get the ash mark off of clean washed hair. You know, the skin's getting washed too, so like once the skin is released of any oils, you will have that ash mark. Y'all leave a comment below, man. Just let me know how you really feel about that. I'm gonna say that in every video. Like, this needs to be a discussion. Barbers need to discuss why we not washing hair. I understand it's a hustle, but why are we not washing hair, man? I at least try to tell my clients to wash their hair before they come. He actually does that, you know. He takes care of his hair. Right now, the shaver on the skin, you know what I'm saying? Getting it real clean. Shit looking real good right now. Okay, right now I'm hitting them with the razor, getting them extra crispy. And that's the end right here, man. Got real crispy. Also, I hit the forehead too, man, get those vellus hairs crispy. My man, clean, man, clean. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you already know what it is. Double S Cuts, man. Like my page, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm going in, man. I'm going in.